So, the Diamond Creek fielders are returning to the pitch. They've had their beverages, and now it's time to resume play with the second session. We just have to figure out finish the end of the 20th over, and then we'll have 20 more overs for this session. So, just got to finish this over with the new batsman on strike. Alright, here we go. Let's finish off this 20th over. Comes into bowl. And he's out! Well, patted out. I don't think the ball would have hit off stump. I actually think that the ball would have skidded on to miss off stump. But there you go. Great piece of bowling there. Very clever. I think, you know, it actually looked like it was the off spinner as it came out of his hand, but it just did not spin at all. It sort of skidded on. So very exciting stuff for Diamond Creek. They have taken 2 wickets in 2 balls, and now things start to get a bit more interesting with Riverside now, what are they, 4 wickets down. So that means that the score is currently 34-4. And the left arm off spin bowler will be on a hat-trick when he starts his next over. So 34-4 after 20. So this is the 21st over. So 4 wickets down, Riverside. They've lost 2 wickets in 2 balls, so they've gone from just 33 for 2. And in fact, could even go back and say that comes into bowl and defends it. So they've lost 3 wickets in the space of 11 balls. Going from 1 for 33 to 4 for 34. And now it will be quite a test of their mettle and confidence and determination to win this game from here. And drives it, and it goes to the backward point fielder, who secures it for for a dot ball. Comes into bowl. Oh, hit on the pads, and I think it's outside the line. I think it's outside the line there. It's happened. That's the second time it's happened, but I just do not think that it's actually made contact inside the line. So Ball drives it, and it goes through the gap in the extra cover region. They've got 1, they're going to go for 2, are they going to go for a 3rd on the arm? They could if they want to, and they're going to go for it, and they go for it, and they're going to make it. Very good piece of running there by Riverside, good shot. They haven't lost their ability to play those sorts of shots. It takes quite a lot of hand-eye coordination and upper arm muscle in order to make those drives work. But another successful drive. And now I believe the new batsman is on strike to face his first ball. The number 6 batsman. So what is there going to be the change to the field? They're pretty much happy with everything. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fielders saving 1 on the offside, plus a slip and a gully, and then there's the other 2 on the leg side at mid on and square leg. Comes into bowl and leaves it alone. very excited at the Diamond Creek fielders. They're very vocal. They know that they're suddenly in this game. Comes into bowl and drives it, and it's to the extra cover for a dot ball. So it is 37 for 4. Okay, so this is the 22nd over. The left arm off spinner, unsurprisingly, is going to be continuing to bowl from the Diamond Creek trail end. He is on a hat trick, and there is not much of a change in the field. Oh wait, no, wait. So the short cover is going in a bit closer, and mid-wicket square leg is going in a bit closer. Here we go, hat trick ball. And plays it off the back foot. So very interesting bowling style. A mixture of sliders and maybe a few balls that are orthodox off spinners. And then some arm balls. Comes into bowl. Oh, he's certainly trying to mostly use the angle of the left arm over the wicket across the right-hander, and then just has to spin it a little bit in order to get an outside edge. Comes into bowl. Ooh, defends it off the front foot. Comes into bowl and cuts it, and it goes through the gap in the point region. They've gotten one, they're going to go for 2, and they get 2 there. Nice shot plot there. We haven't seen that a lot from the Riverside batsmen today, where you bend your knees in order to make sure that the ball becomes cuttable. Generally they've been playing the ball just with an orthodox style of stance, so that's something they're bringing to the table. Comes into bowl and works it onto the leg side to square leg for a dot ball. Comes into bowl and drives it, and it goes through the gap. There was a diving attempt at a catch by the point fielder, and the extra cover point fielder runs around and stops it. So they get 2 runs there. So 4 runs off that over. It is 41 for 4. This is the 23rd over. Comes into bowl and tries to play on the leg side and just harmlessly dribbles to mid-wicket for a dot ball. Comes into bowl and plays it off the back foot, and nearly mix up with the running, trying to hit it. So the batsman is trying to hit it into that gap between gully and point, or backward point, into the third man region, but he thought he'd actually hit the gap, but then the fielder at backward point was able to run around and secure it, so he had to call his partner off. Oh dear! Oh dear! Outside edge falling short. Disappointing. Comes into bowl and defends it. Unusual behaviour from the batsman there. But anyway. Now, the next half an hour should be very important in terms of determining how the rest of the day's play plays out. Comes into bowl. And, oh, wow, over the head of the fielder at mid-wicket, and the mid-on fielder has to run around, and they get two. They're going to go for a third on the arm. Very good running there. Very good running from the Riverside batsman. They're not allowing any runs to be untaken. So they're 60 runs behind now. Comes into bowl and leaves it alone. So a good over there for Riverside. It's 44 for 4. This is the 24th over now. The left arm orthodox bowler is to continue to bowl from the Diamond Creek trail end. Comes into bowl and plays it off the back foot, fielded by the point fielder for a dot ball. Now, the 2 wickets he was able to take were through full balls, and so he probably will want to avoid too many that are short of a length that the batsman is already able to play off the back foot. Comes into bowl and leaves it alone. Comes into bowl and leaves it alone. A little bit too short there. He needs to keep the ball full enough to force the batsman onto the front foot. Can't afford too many balls to be harmlessly either left alone or played off the back foot, because that's not where his strengths are. And like that, as he pushes it into the covers. Comes into bowl and drives it, and it goes through the gap in the cover region, and they're going to go for 1. Gonna get 2. You got to go for a third, and they get 3. So another great shot, but that's the preferred situation to the preferred situation is to have the balls driven rather than cut, because then you can get the outside edge. So definitely, although you've conceded 3 runs, that is the way to bowl with this bowler in this situation. Comes into bowl. Oh, hoo, 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 hoo. It's 47 for 4. This is the 25th over now. So pretty much scoring at 2 runs per over now. Riverside. Whoa, playing a miss. We have not seen many of those. That's from really good. That's a pretty good piece of bowling, but more interesting is the shot, because he clearly did not play that ball on its merits. He wanted to hit the ball in a certain direction, so he tried to hit the ball in a certain way, and the ball just was not that ball for that sort of shot. Comes into bowl and edged of it, fielded by the gully, very well fielded. That's where your mindset as a batsman can fall apart, where you want the ball to be in a certain area so you can play certain shots, And when the bowler just is not bowling the ball in those areas, you start trying to just imagine that the ball is actually in your strong area. So you just try and play the shot regardless of where the actual ball is. Comes into bowl and drives, but fielded by the short extra cover. So it's going to be a crucial question about when Diamond Creek can take at least 2 more wickets, because once they're faced with the tail, then the context of the game changes phenomenally. But as long as the lower to middle order is there, comes into bowl and leaves it alone, no way. As long as the lower middle order are the ones who are batting, Riverside are going to back themselves no matter how many runs they need to make. But as soon as the situation comes where number 9 and number 10 are out there, that is very difficult. And that starts to play on the mind. So these next 2 to 3 wickets, will Diamond Creek score them within the next hour, or will they have to, or will they not? So these next couple of partnerships for Riverside are crucial. And defends it. Back to the bowler. Comes into bowl and drives it to mid-off for a dot ball. So it's a maiden. It is 47 for 4. So this is the 26th. The 26th over. And the backward point region for a dot ball. Comes into bowl. And it goes through the gap in the mid-off region. 4 runs there. So that is an unusual shot. We've only seen 2 of those sorts of shots the entire day, where instead of getting on top of the ball, the batsman gets underneath it and launches it over the head of the fielders. So in the score, the half century has been reached by Riverside. It's 51 for 4 now. Comes into bowl and defends it off the front foot. Okay. Comes into bowl and leaves it alone. Trying to keep that ball nice. Comes into bowl and defends it again into the covers. This partnership is doing very nicely. It's the sort of partnership that Riverside needed after losing 3 wickets in a very short space of time. Now they can reapply their efforts to chasing down this target, and leaves it alone. It's 51 for 4. This is the 27th over now. Comes into bowl and works it onto the leg side, but the fielder at square leg stops it. Bit of a change of the field, just making sure that the short extra cover is in right position. Okay, comes into bowl and drives it to the short cover. Into bowl and drives it, and misfield, so they're going to get one, they're going to get two, and they get two. 2 runs there through a misfield. So it's coming towards a 20-run partnership between these two, which has been crucial for reasserting Riverside's position, and fielded by the short extra cover. It's a very important fielding position for the slower grounds. Comes into bowl and drives it, and to go and burst through the covers again. They've gotten one, they're going to go for 2. Would they think of a third on the arm? No, they're happy with 2. So that brings up the 20-run partnership for these two. They came together at 34, and the score is now 55. So, which also means that the target for Riverside is now 50 runs. 50 runs with 6 wickets in hand. Comes into bowl and leaves it alone. End of the over, it's 55 for 4. And looks like it's a bit of a change of the bowling. So, 50 runs to win now. Riverside are going at 2 runs per over, which means they will, at this point, they will be able to win this game before the second drinks break is taken. So they are well on track to winning this game with a significant amount of time left. Here we go. Butler into bowl and drives it and fielded back by the bowler. Dirk into bowl, and that's some good turn. I like that ball. He's getting significant, not only some lots of turn, but a little bit of bounce. Dirk into bowl, and well defended off the front foot, back to the bowler for a dot ball. Comes into bowl and inside edge, and it goes down to the leg side in the mid wicket square leg region, sorry, and they get 2, and they're gonna get 2 there. Thick inside edge. He tried to play a leg glance towards the gap at the extra mid-wicket, but it ended up being a thick inside edge, and it went about where the umpire is, so the backward square leg had to run around and field it. Comes into bowl, and a bump ball harmlessly dribbles into the covers. Butler into bowl, and played off the back foot. It's 57 for 4. Comes into bowl, and drives it, and bit of a bump on, but fielded for a dot ball. So this is the 29th over, and Diamond Creek are now wondering, after having that sudden burst of getting 3 wickets in just 2 overs, where the next wicket is going to come from. Comes into bowl, and outside edge, but fielded in the gully for a dot ball. Comes into bowl. Oh, it's an outside edge, and it goes down to the third man region, and the backward point has to field it, and they're going to get 1. So 1 run there. This is some good bowling, encouraging the front foot cover drives, and getting not able to completely play it properly, and getting outside edges. Very, very good bowling. And the keeper is going up to the stumps for this batsman. Comes into bowl and defends it to the short cover fielder. Comes into bowl and drives it, and fielded nicely by the fielders in the point region. Comes into bowl. Oh, tries to play a pull shot and misses. So a reasonably good over there for Diamond Creek. Riverside, 58 for 4. So this is the 30th over, and Butler is going to be continuing to bowl from the Diamond Creek trail end. Comes into bowl and works it into the fine leg region, but only can make it as far as the backward square leg. Butler into bowl and defends it into the short cover region. And aggressively hit in the gap in the mid-wicket region, and it goes down to the long-on area, and they're going to get 2. They're happy with 2. So, third aggressive shot we've seen from Riverside all day, where they actually try and get underneath it and muscle it over. And of those shots, we've seen 2 4s and a 2. Comes into bowl and leaves it alone. Comes into bowl and pulls it, and it's over the head of the 2 fielders at mid square leg, and they find the ball. No, they don't. It's 4. So another boundary, a third boundary they've scored. Now the run rate is really picking up for Riverside. They're laying a charge. Comes into bowl and pulls it again, and it goes through the same gap, and the fielders are just jogging. They're not running very hard. We've gotten 2, 3, and they're happy with 3. And a hefty over there, so we got that, it was 9 off that, so it's 67. So that means that we have had 30 overs now, so 30 overs. The score for Riverside is 67 for 4. They have put on a significant amount of runs, 30 runs over the last 10 overs, so very good work for them, and they are advancing their interest very significantly, scoring 30 runs over those 10 overs.